Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm going to be starting a PHP series, and later on we'll add to this series and create a project maybe inside of this series that will be based on just creating a whole application itself. Um, I don't know, such as like maybe a content managing system or something like that, something to that effect. But we'll just jump right in, and I'm using XAMPP for this. It's a free download. You can find it online in Google. Then I just set it up, running the file and everything. It's pretty standard. Then creating a new folder inside of the web files. Name tutorials for this specific purpose. And inside of the browser, to get it going, once you have it running and everything, you go to http://localhost, and your web page would be right here. And if you don't have anything inside of the main folder yet, then it will just list something like this. So yeah, let's get started. We're gonna create a new file. I'm using Notepad++ for this. It's also free. You can find it on Google. I really like it because it has syntax highlighting and everything. So the first thing we're gonna do, just to get the syntax highlighting working and everything, and the file already saved, so you don't have to worry about it, is we're going to create it inside of this place, and we're going to name it index.php, so it's the main file that opens up when you go to that directory. And the way you start PHP is like this, and it's I mean, you can do it like this, but it's recommended to do it like this because the other way I just don't like it. It causes issues sometimes, and so yeah, just go like that. And so this is basically like an opening tag and closing, and of course you can have like blocks and stuff in here, like if statements and everything else like other languages, but again, we'll get into that later. So the first thing we're going to cover is obviously echoing something out onto the screen, and there's two ways of actually doing that. You can use echo and say like hello, or you can use print and say, I don't know, like goodbye. So now if I were to file save and go ahead and refresh this directory, you'll see that it prints it out as we have it. And it's the main file opened up in the directory because it's index.php. And yeah, one thing I forgot to mention was inside of the directory, it can either be index.php or index.html, but obviously if you're going to have PHP tags inside with code and stuff for the server to run, then you're obviously going to have some sort of PHP system installed, which is XAMPP. So it's basically all-in-one for Apache, MySQL, and everything, and it's pretty commonly used. So we'll go ahead back to this file. Now you noticed in here we didn't break the line at the end of that, and the way you do that is the same way as you do it in HTML. I'll be covering later as well. This is going to be a mixture of HTML and PHP, but I'll do a separate series for HTML as well. And so break, you can do it without this, but you're going to have validation issues if you ever check it online with the free validator. And again, those are free. You can check online for that. It will help you organize your code and everything. So that's about it. So go ahead and save that with the Control S and reopen it, and now you see it breaks the line after it says hello. And obviously you can do this number of ways, have another echo for it, or whatever you want. But like I was saying, that slash is just there for validation reasons. You can have it like that. You can have it before here. You can have it really any way you want. You can have multiple of these in a row, and then it'll space that many times down. So that's basically the basic functions, and now we'll get into variables a little bit. So what a variable is something that will hold a value of either a string of text, a character, which is a single letter, or integers, which are numbers. And in PHP, what I like about it is that you don't have to define what you're going to create. You just have a name to it. And the way you do that is you have like a $, and then you put the name of the variable. We'll put name, I guess, for the purpose of this, and equals, and then I'll put my name, which is Brian. And what this is going to do is create a variable named name and set the value of it to Brian. And so I'll show you really quick that that does work. And we're just going to echo the name out. Refresh, and you see it does echo Brian. Now, what if I were to put a 1 here without changing anything related to the name or anything? If we echo that out, you see it's a number 1. So that's what I like about PHP. You don't have to really define what type of variable you're going to be using. And I just zoomed in. Sorry about that. Alright, so put it back. And you notice I'm ending the lines with the semicolon. That's just good practice, and without it you'll get an error. Like if I were to do this right here, you'll notice it says a parse error. That's because it's missing a semicolon and then there's still stuff after it. And yeah, so that's basically the first video, and check back later for more tutorials. Obviously we get into more advanced stuff as we go on. Thanks for watching. Oh, one more thing I do want to point out. Don't forget to go to letsprogram.org, providing these tutorials for you. They're free. I mean, donations are very much appreciated. They help me out. Alright, thanks again. See ya.